I don't give a shit what you're doing, Dennis. You
Record
just do
it.
You just do you.
All right.
I thought we didn't have to look at anything.
I'm just doing the intro. Your phone on silent?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
My guest for the podcast today, he is the guy who I started my very first podcast with ever, Kettle Bar Podcast. He's the owner of Primal Gym. He is an all-around badass and interesting person. Nick Ridenauer.
What's up?
So, all right, how's it going?
Good. Good. Yourself?
Good.
Obviously getting better. Yeah, I was just thinking about how I was like, damn, we haven't done a podcast in forever, and I still really don't know. Now I'm just kind of learning the difference in.
We've gone through a lot of
Podcast
like
vlog.
evolutions in our podcast already.
Yeah.
We started off in your office at the gym,
Yeah.
and then we would stand in front of the window by the front door.
Yeah. The natural
Awkwardly, the natural lighting.
lighting.
Check out One Take Media vlog if you want more tips on how to use natural lighting. Go plug there.
Yeah, you might as well.
All right, so I don't just want people in Sioux Falls to see this. I want everybody from everywhere to see this. So just why don't you introduce yourself, tell the people who you are, what you do.
Nick Ridenauer. I own Primal Gym. Shit, I don't know which thing to look at.
Right here, buddy.
I know, like I say, we've done so many, but no. So I own Primal Gym, personal trainer. Other than that, I'd like to have my hands into it, about everything I can get into. I like to do all kinds of shit. So there's probably too many things to just sit here. I can name off.
Interests.
Yes, tons. Too many. The brain's all over the place.
So how long have you been a gym owner for?
You made me do math. Since 2012.
About 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah, that I've owned. Yep.
And
Well, it started out as a supplement store.
You were training even before that. So let's go back even further. How long have you been personal training for?
I think that was like 07 or 08 or something like that.
About 13 years or so, ish.
Yeah. Because I think I moved out to Cali in like 07. Yeah, probably right around
So you
there.
grew up here in Sioux Falls, right? Or no, you kind of moved around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born in Pierre,
Okay.
capital. I lived there till I was like 5. And shit, what was it? Pierre to Cherokee, Iowa. A couple years. Cherokee, Iowa to Deadwood, South Dakota. There a couple years. And then my dad re-enlisted in the Air Force, and we moved out to Omaha, Nebraska. And then when he retired, we moved to Sioux Falls. So middle
how old
school.
were you?
Middle school. I moved here in middle school, or Sioux
Alright.
Falls in middle school. Yeah.
I see.
And then and then.
So
lived
you kind of like grew up in Sioux
Yeah.
Falls for the
If
most
you ask me
part.
where
You
my
got
home
to
is,
that
my
age,
home is Sioux
but you
Falls. I
kinda
spent the most
wandered
years
a little
here.
bit before that.
Yeah, I spent the most years here.
Mhm.
Adolescence, the trouble, the everything all here.
So you went to school here, graduated high school. Did you go out to Cali like right after that, or you hang out here for a while?
Nope. So after high school, I was taking marketing, and ended up getting my girlfriend pregnant. I was getting ready to move. I was gonna move out to California and try stunt work. Because I was like, shit, sounds like it'd be fun, right? So I kind of saved up all this, and I had talked to my dad. Well, I guess he raced this a little bit. Originally, I was in talking to the Marines. I was going to go into the Marines. The day I went in to sign with the Marines, I called my dad. My dad said he wanted to talk to me, who 20-some plus years in the Air Force. I was like, all right. So I went home, and long story short, he talked me out of joining the military. Told me to get some schooling first. So then I started getting some schooling, and the whole time I was planning I wanted to go do some stunt work first. So I had a little schooling to fall back on. Well, found out I got my girlfriend pregnant, and from then on it's been grinding and working. And I didn't move out to California. I stayed here, worked for years, and then I ended up moving out to Vegas for a little while to get out of the lifestyle I was at and people I was hanging out with. Moved back here for a little stunt, got my certification and started training and stuff, and moved out to California. So
it was a whole lot of steps before.
There's a whole lot, and there's yeah. So it was kind of all over.
So how long did you live out in California before you decided to move back here? You're a personal trainer out in California, right? That's what you,
Yeah, a little over a year, and then the guy that I was working for got behind like 4 months in pay. It's expensive as hell to live out in California. I couldn't afford to see my daughter much. So when I got behind on pay, I packed it up and I decided to open my own shit back here in Sioux Falls, be around my daughter and stay around her till she graduates and stuff. So that's how I ended up back here. And how I ended up working for myself. I worked for some big gyms out there and stuff like that, and I didn't want to do that again. So I said, fuck that. I'm going to open up my own spot. I opened up Primal Nutrition, which was 1,800 square foot, and I think 1,200 of it was supplements and healthy snacks, stuff like that.
Storefront.
Yep. And then just a little like 600 or whatever it was. Fucking get the math right or whatever. And then it just, by the time I closed that 3 years, it was like the flip opposite, like personal training and a little bit of nutrition. I kind of started getting out of that, and then I decided I wanted to give some other people some opportunities to start their own business and kind of grow within mine, which I didn't have that opportunity. I tried in town and I didn't want to work for the big gym, so I said, fuck it, open my own. So I did the same thing with that, and coronavirus free. Now we're sitting where we're at,
A whole lot of other steps involved. That's how I met you. I just walked into the gym looking for a job pretty much, and
yeah, I honestly don't even remember.
I didn't get a job, but like I got the freedom to create my own job basically, and like yeah. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even remember because I had multiple people come in, and it was like
I remember when I came in, it was like I had never even pushed a sled, you know what I mean? And I just got done being hella sick for like 2 weeks. So push that sled. I was all, nah, I'm good. You're all, nah, you gotta push it. Just push it. Just push the sled. Like, fine. I pushed it. I'm like, yeah, all right. I didn't die as hard as I thought I would, but yeah. So that was like the first time, like, you wouldn't let me leave without pushing the sled. But like when I walked in there, like I went in there and talked to you about like training jobs. But like we didn't even talk about that. Like we just like talking about like aliens and conspiracy theories and like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It was a good fit for sure. Like because I wouldn't have been able to work for any of those other big gyms. Like
that's
a slow death right there. Pretty fast death actually. I had just kill my soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Well, and I had looked for people. I think the only person I had at that point was Steinberg, and I met him through I believe. Kong, but Steinberg came to me and I kind of chatted with him up, and he told me like a couple months after he worked with me a bunch, but he's like, dude, he goes, normally when I meet people I like them and then I find out they're assholes. He goes, with you it was the total opposite. He goes, the first time I met you I thought you were just a huge asshole, but he goes, then I just realized you just tell people, he's like, then I realized I started to like you more as I got to know you. I was like, yeah, it sucks, I come off that way sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's the first time somebody had told me that. He's like, yeah, I thought you were a huge asshole the first time I met you. It was like...
But I've heard... I remember, like, Big Seth. He used to always be like, man, Nick's kind of small, but I would not fuck with that guy. He's so intense. I'm like, I gotta say, like, I know Nick pretty well. Like, I wouldn't fuck with him either, but he's pretty easygoing.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I don't really get it.
But, like, yeah, people see that, they're like, damn, that guy's kind of crazy a little bit, He's a nice guy. What are you talking about?
No, I know. I've had a few people like, oh, I was going to ask you something, but I was kind of intimidated. I'm like, I'm 5'7" and 155 pounds. It's like
and you love Disney movies.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm probably one of the nicest people you'd ever meet as far as like, not really like, giving a fuck. You know what I mean?
But if somebody like has a shitty attitude or they're just an asshole themselves, like...
Well, right, yeah.
You don't have a lot of patience for that type of thing either, you know what I'm saying?
Well, right, but to me that's deserved.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You give people the benefit of the doubt at first.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's like, one of them's don't mistake my kindness for weakness, you know what I mean?
I could see it though, like, I remember because I used to go Flow, and I would always see you like picking out garbage out in the parking lot, and like you're wearing like the skull. I'm like, that dude, I mean, kind of looks like, could handle himself. Like,
Right.
I don't fuck with that guy, really. You know, it's like,
But Cadet actually tried to talk me out of the skull as my logo because he thought it would be too intimidating. It would scare people. And I was like, yeah, I totally get it. But to me, like, if that's what's going to scare you off, like, yeah, you're probably not going to fit with me very well. You know what I mean? It's like, so my previous place, the Primal Nutrition, I designed this like ebb and flow type yin and yang-ish shit, you know, to try to appease to everyone. I was like, fuck that. I don't really give a shit about that anymore. I'm going to do what I want to do. This is what I like.
I say that to you, though,
like,
too. Like,
right.
You got that, like, balance of yin and yang. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of a hippie, but, like, you ride motorcycles and
like
swear
hate hippies,
a lot,
too.
You know what I mean? It's like,
No, I mean, that's, yeah, so, I forgot it. Where's he going on that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, and that's not even a fucking human. So, I believe in evolution. Which goes hand in hand to me with lifting weights and, you know, taking care of your body. So that's actually like a Neanderthal skull. It was all cracked. I found a picture and
it's
designed
like a little bit
into
like
that.
flatter. And,
Yeah. So it's not even like a human skull. So, and it's not it's like a legitimate picture just turned into logo or whatever. So it's not even like a scary skull or you know what I mean? To me, it exhibits, you know, we've come a long way. We have to keep, you know, back then you used to use your body was your tool. Now we have tools, so we're all fucking lazy and fucked up and hunchbacked and shit like that. So
you gotta get back to your
back to where
get back to your natural human state, really.
Right. Yeah. And I'm fucking idiot, but I'm pretty sure like primordial and primal and everything means like the first generation, the original, like as far back as, you know.
Yeah,
there's some kind of.
They talk about us coming out of the primordial ooze.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
It's like
but
the original, the very first, you know, like.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's what that really stands for. It's not supposed to be like a scary skull or anything. And then the red to me symbolizes, you know, the blood in the body, and you know you got to keep that pumping, and you know, and plus I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so fucking
it works.
Red, go big red.
All you need is like a yellow gold tooth or something on that.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like really like a lot of people would see that and probably wouldn't put all of that story together. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
right. Yeah.
It's like a lot of thought put into that, and like what could be intimidating to a lot of people is actually just like a very like pure expression of what you're trying to do in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
cool. Where like I'm a pretty open book as far as like when people ask me questions. It's just the problem is a lot of people don't like the answers I give.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, it's not my fault. You know, I mean, it has nothing to do with this situation and our interaction. You know what I mean? You
don't use feelings to decide what you're gonna say. You just say what needs to be said.
Yeah, I try to. Honestly, it's the most freeing thing you can do, because like sometimes when you gotta answer, you know, it's just like, oh shit, I don't want to say this, but like it's gonna save a lot of
time
ache
and pain.
Time. Yeah, it's just like, so it's like and then if someone ever comes back to you and like, you can honestly be like, no, I fucking didn't. You know what I mean? It's like, because you know, it's nice to be able to know that you're not gonna get, you know, someone. And if someone does come, you know, catch me because things do change sometimes.
Well, like you said, like,
you know,
we're still evolving.
Right.
You know, so like if you think now exactly how you thought 5 years ago, it's probably not a good thing.
Right, but that's why I say like some people I'm like, well, I might have said that in this context. you know, it's like, so yeah.
But that's a good. I think that's a good trait for somebody who basically has to tell people what to do to get healthy for a living. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't make any sense to bullshit around. Tell, like, if you just tell people the facts to the point, it's important. It saves a lot of time and probably money for the person, which isn't good for you, but it's like, it's real. You know what I'm saying?
See, now I can just tell you're just venting because you're like, motherfuckers that didn't fucking listen to
No, it's.
I know. No, I know you.
It is.
You know
is,
exactly
but
how that comes from. So.
Like, I just appreciate the fact that you don't bullshit people to get a certain result, like to your benefit. Like you just.
I know I need to learn how to do that.
It is what it is. Like, you're willing to take whatever you got to take because it's just what it is. It's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes it pretty simple.
It makes it simple. It makes it difficult sometimes for you, but helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so how's Primal doing?
Good. Yeah, I mean, it's still low key with the coronavirus stuff going and everything, and kind of let go of power, and I just stick to myself now, do some one-on-one training. I do some in-home training. I got a couple kids that picked up for like sports and stuff like that. Other than that, I let the rest be what it is, and try to stay out of that. Trying to get away more often, and I got other things I want to do and stuff like that and mess with. So I mean, that's the thing. There's a bunch of stuff. So I'm just kind of just trying to
just want to branch out more.
Well, just trying to get used to not having to be there 70 hours a week is still weird to me. So, but I'm finding like there's things I want to do, but I'm always busy. So there's, but it's taking up my time and keeping me fresh, and
You've kind of been locked into like working that really, really long day every day for so long, like a couple years.
Right.
You almost don't know what to do with your.
Yeah, like
you have free time. You got to like reacquire the skill to.
Right, like just going to my daughter's volleyball games, like at like 4:30 in the afternoon, like or till like 6 or 7, sitting there watching volleyball, and I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, what? I'm like checking. I'm like, oh fuck, just chill out, let it be. Right. I can be away for fucking a couple hours and not have a panic attack and shit. So, so I'm kind of trying to take myself away from that, and then we'll see what I really want to do. I got all kinds of options I can do. I just don't know what, because I don't want to. I mean, I'm gonna still keep training. So,
I think one option we need to explore. So we're trying to go take these missile kits and go ride them with cool people.
Right.
You're like the perfect size for the missile kit. So you just become our traveling rider. So you got to dedicate some real time to getting like badass on the missile kit. So you got to get Cadet to sponsor that and give you a missile kit.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'll just ride the ones he has.
Shit out of it.
I got to ride one. I haven't got on one yet. So yeah. But I've been harassing him about fucking getting out there and riding, but he's been busy as shit. So. But I just that'll be fun. Yeah.
That'll just be my excuse to get out there and film some more missile kit shit.
Right, yeah.
So let's see. So with like the coronavirus and shit, are you guys at limited capacity right now?
Not by like law or shit, I don't even know, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't think we really have for a while or whatever.
People are just like being like cautious and all that, but like
it's kind of still there's still like, people that are like asking how many people, and like, oh, that's too many or this and that. But we don't really have that many, or well, honestly, I don't even really. I'm not in there during it, so I don't know. But I know they're not. It's not like huge pack, and I'm not in there and no one else is. Well, they are. So instead of having 4 people running around, 4 or 5 people trying to train at the same time, it's just them. So they work around each other, So, and they're all, I think they're all clients they've had for a long time. So it's like they all,
Everybody's. It's like
but as far like I haven't
close community already.
Yeah, and like there's been no advertising. There's been no talk of it. It's all word of mouth. I don't feel like putting anything out right now because there's too many people are fucking crazy right now and like, oh, good for you or fuck you, you're killing people. I'm just trying to fucking work. So, it's like,
right.
So yeah, so I'm just doing what I can do. Fucking training the people I can train, the people that come to me, I'm fine. Honestly, I'm not even trying to take too many people. I'm pushing them, over into the group and filling all that stuff again. So it's like, I got enough on my plate right now. I could, 1 or 2 here and there, but other than that, I'm not trying to fill my schedule again with, a whole bunch of people. So.
So what do you see? What do you see happening like long term with the gym? Do you see yourself separating more and trying to get to a point to where you're training less and just in the gym less and off doing your own stuff? Or you just trying to transition to being?
I'm just opening myself up for other things to do. Gym will always be a part, or have, I'll always always do that. So as long as it's going, it's going. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting out of that. No, it's like, as long as it's going, I'll be there. But like I said, I just need to learn how to leave every once in a while and fucking, I can't leave if I don't have anything to do. So I got to figure out, yeah, I got to figure out what I got to do to, you know what I mean? It's like, because otherwise I just won't leave. So that's my only point. I'm just trying to, like, you know, when my daughters got by, then I'm all full, you know, with stuff like that. But when it isn't, if I got free time, I need to go figure out something to do because I can't go home and sit around.
That's why he's going to start vlogging everybody.
Yeah, it's like I can't sit around. You know what I mean? It's like, so that's basically it. I mean, I'll always train. The problem with me in the fitness industry is it's fucking garbage, dude. all the new tunnels and mirrors and all that kind of shit.
Let's talk about this. So, the fitness industry overall. The industry that you're in is like 97% lies and bullshit.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
It's probably close to that percentage.
Like, that was why, like, your gym was the only one that I could actually be a part of. Because, like, it's the opposite of that. You know what I mean? We would rather, like, stay small and struggle than sell lies and bullshit to try to make money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And,
like, to me, I think that should be the most successful fucking place in town.
Right, you'd think so, but...
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I think... I was talking about this to Tanner on the last episode. Like, I'm really interested in people that see the way things are happening and want to change it because it's fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Right. And I think, like, you're definitely, like, just the honest approach... Sad to say, like, that's going against the fucking culture in the fitness industry.
Yeah, it really is.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's gotta fucking change.
There's like, some people
it could be so amazing for somebody.
Yeah, and
or they could just keep them on a rat wheel of fucking bullshit.
Right. There's some good ones out there. Like some people that have made a shit ton of money. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say my lack of success is there's multiple things. I'm not the best businessman. I'm not, I don't like to market myself this and that. But there's some people that have done good and are fucking making a shit ton off, social media the right way. Like fucking that goddamn Lane Norton or whatever. Fucking, he's such a prick, but he's so fucking honest. Like a ton of great information.
And that's what he
and I think he's kind of sick of shit too.
Like,
you know what I mean?
He's sharing real info from his perspective. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why educated. And I think that's why I always think he comes off as an actor because he's just really blunt. I mean, it's funny, but it's just like, damn, he just skewers people sometimes.
I don't know, like,
but he's telling it how it is.
I went through like a phase of watching a lot of his stuff, mostly on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's where I watch it too.
Same thing. I don't see it. I think
it's in the comments. It's in the comments. That's where I'd see it. Like, Okay. Yeah. No, all his that's where I was
like, is this another? Are you just Elaine Norton of Sioux Falls, or what the fuck?
No. I'm fucking nowhere near that guy's a fucking. Jeez, I think he's like I think he got his master's in protein or something like that. Protein synthesis or something like that.
I don't know.
No, it's the comments. I'd always scroll down and I just cheese out because he'd just be fucking hard on people. I'm like, damn,
I will
dude,
say though, like. You don't have your master's and PhD and all that shit, but you are fucking educated and like
I know plenty. I know plenty. I just can't break it down to all the shit. And a lot of it is I really don't care because most people I talk to don't need to know all the details. There's too many people come to me. Well, what do you think of this? I'm like, you haven't even started exercising or eating better yet, and you're like trying to go to like
what's the best thing, man? I need the best thing right now.
Yeah, so it's like just don't worry about that kind of shit right now. Don't even you're way beyond where you're going too fast. Start here,
Right.
So I watch those guys though to keep up my shit, and because they'll put out like published studies and shit. So I just try to keep doing that. So yes, I know a shit ton, but I'm not going to claim that I'm, I would never be like, oh, Lane Norton want to have a fucking,
right. Well, maybe you get enough podcast episodes built up.
Most of the shit though, I don't think there's anything I think of that I don't agree that he says. So I'd just be like, yep. So
it'd just be a chance to meet Lane Norton would be all it would be.
Right. Yeah.
So
Well, here's the thing. Lane Norton, if you see this, I used to troll his ass just to fucking get him to get mad at me
because tag him on this episode.
Because I always thought it was funny, but he fucking skewered me a few times. And like he's got a whole cult, like he's got a cult following too. Like people were like coming after me, and I'm just laughing because I would just.
The podcast of the episode is Nick Ryder says Blaine Norton is all wrong.
Yeah, no. You know how I like to fuck with people, so I just went there, and he actually responded a few times. I was like, oh shit, oops, and then I just kind of laid off. But it was so that's why I say it. It's just like, yeah.
So what are some of your thoughts on like what makes a good fitness? I don't want to say program because that kind of narrows it down to like what's the best program, but like what just makes a good fitness philosophy, I guess. Like what are your thoughts on what good training is, what good nutrition is, the whole fitness overview?
Whew, that's huge. So let's go workout wise. Lift heavy weights relative to your strength. Like good form, major big multi-joint movements. And like I said, relative to your, so as long as you can perform the exercise in good form and everything, push that weight a little bit. It doesn't have to be crazy, but push yourself. And then get out, sprint, get your heart rate up a couple times a week. It's as simple as that. And then you can break it down to other things. But yeah, I mean, do that shit. Do your main movements as far as pushes and pulls, pull-ups, push-ups, dips of some sort, squats, lunges, or something like that, and you'll be fine. It really comes, and then as far as nutrition does, it comes down to nutrition, whether or not you're overweight. I mean, it just does. Even if genetics are involved, all that kind of shit, whatever, it still comes down to what you eat. I'm sure there's fucking 0.0001 or some weird shit that's going to have a fucking disease that, I'm going to get called out for, but it really comes down to what you eat. So don't eat like an asshole. Whatever it is, you have to stay within a calorie count. Plain and fucking simple. It can be Twinkies, it can be whatever, like it's fucking a numbers game. And this comes from someone that hates fucking math. But it comes down to you just, outdo how many calories you're putting into you, and there you go. I mean, it's fucking as simple as that. What else as far as that? I mean, that's...
I don't think you really have to say anymore.
I mean, that's what it is.
It's about as simple as you could put it. That's exactly what I asked for.
yeah, that's. I'm sure there's some other things here and there, but yeah, I mean that's what
everybody's different.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be different for everybody, obviously, but
right.
Yeah. Overall, don't eat like an asshole.
Get out and move.
Lift heavy weights, move your body.
As far as like long distance cardio, I say get out and sprint, but that's only because what I mean to is like get out, and if you like to run, then fucking go run. Don't run to lose body weight or fuck it, like there's better ways to do it. If you like to run, go run. It's good for your heart, this and that. But otherwise, do your hobbies. If you like mountain biking, get out and fucking mountain bike. Get out and garden. Use that as your like long cardio or your sustained heart rate. Get out, play with your kids, go for a hike. Whatever. Yeah.
That's where we put the commercial in, So keep it as simple as possible. So what do you think is the biggest thing that slows people down? Like, say you have somebody come in for a consultation, and they ask you what the best program is. I want the best. Give me the best. But I'm not doing anything right now. I worked out in high school. I'm 35 now.
I'd just tell them okay, and then I'd take them through a screening little workout. I always make people do some lunges, some air squats, and push-ups.
Do you see a lot of people that come in and just want to start 100%? Got to be the best program, blah, blah, blah.
Want to do too much right away? Yeah.
Or not even that, but try, like, they get locked into having to do the best thing or nothing at all.
Like new trend chasers?
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Oh yeah, all the time, yeah. But then I get like certain people that come to learn something new or that have other trainers somewhere, you know what I mean? So yeah, you get all kinds of stuff, but yeah, no, I don't really care what they tell me when they like. So here's the thing. I had a couple people ask, do you charge for your consultations? I said, no, I don't charge. I should start charging for my consultations because I'm sick of spending so much time there. But I don't do the consultation for the people. When I do my consultation, I'm deciding whether or not I want to work with that person or not. So I'm very open and this and that. Like, so if I get that vibe, I won't take them as a client. Mm-hmm. So that's why if they come in saying all that stuff and they seem like they're going to be too much of a headache or they're already, I just won't. I'm like, this, isn't going to work.
Not worth trouble.
I'll try to point them some other way. I'm pretty picky about who I do take. I want to work. I want to work with people I want to work with anymore. I'm not whoring myself out like I did when I was younger. Taking, I don't have to take everybody. So makes my job more enjoyable when
You've done the big group thing, like that's what you kind of did out in California, right?
Yeah,
was all group training and.
That's what I made the most money at.
Like really, kind of like high profile clients and stuff like that.
Those are like the one-on-ones, but then I did like group classes, like HIIT classes, boot camps or whatever shit like that. I hate that shit. It was fun because you got like the community, the people in there. Like they started like shit. The place I went to, I took over because, like I said, the guy fucking ended up owing me a lot of money, but I didn't realize that shit. Well, they call me, hey, can you do a group class? I'm like, I fucking want to do a group class? What the fuck? I guess the girl quit or whatever. Well, I didn't know he wasn't paying her either. She ended up crying and leaving and shit. But so I take over this class, and first day I'm there, there was like 10 or 12 of them. Mostly women from fucking Arizona. Where's Scottsdale, Arizona? Because they come up there for, when it gets too hot. They're like, so how long are you going to be our trainer? I was like, fuck you talking about? They're like, we've had like how many trainers come, like they just said, and that's where I was like, oh shit, man, this guy must not, whatever. So I'm like, as long as I'm, here, if I'm getting paid, I'm going this and that. And well, I grew it to like 25, 30, like we had to cap the fucking class off. And everyone was all cool. We were fucking around. So everybody liked everybody. It was a fun atmosphere. So I enjoyed that. I just didn't like it was hard to train. Form kills me. Like you got to do it. So it's hard in the class, and I'm like, oh shit, But I ended up getting that same amount where they'd pack it, and it was always the same people. So everyone knew how to do it how I liked it. You know what I mean? So so it got to be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't really like that type of stuff. It's too. It runs my anxiety high. It's too much for me. When I'm
do you like being in like big groups of people, like socially at all?
Not really.
No.
I mean it does. I mean, I will, but it doesn't.
Like smaller.
Yeah, I'd rather be the fly on the wall. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like and it's not. I just like a concert and shit. I'd rather it's fucking annoying. Like I hate getting bumped into and shit. I'm fucking short, so I can't fucking see anything. You're standing in a group of people. I'm looking at fucking chests. It's like, oh, like fuck. It's like. But on the same hand, motherfucker, try to keep up with me in a crowd. I can just,
right.
It's like.
And you move well too.
Right. So yeah, no, but it's not anything. Like I don't get like anxious when I'm in crowds. It's just fucking annoying. I hate fucking waiting in line. I hate like shit like that, which most people do. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing. But yeah, it's just trying to watch a form because I'm like I need to like relax sometimes. Just be like, hey, there can be little, but just, trying to hammer that in on doing one-on-ones mostly.
Their intention should be in the right place. Even if their form isn't right, they should at least be trying to.
Right, yeah.
Be perfect, yeah.
And then it's just, it's hard for me to do that shit because I don't like writing programs, so. I like to work with individuals where I know, like, all my clients, I could tell you, I don't have shit written down, but I could tell you whether or not they have ankle problems, elbow problems, or whatever I have to, like, tweak on their shit.
Probably get pretty close to, like, remembering what weights they're at on exercises and all that, like but you can't. It's really hard to do a program for like a regular person who's got work and kids and stress and like you know what I mean, like it's really hard to do. Well, this is the program, you got to follow this, otherwise because like a program, if you're not following the program,
it's shit.
So
well, the other thing is with like the group shit is chasing the trends and all that. Like, dude, the reason I don't like to do a lot of social media is, what do you want to watch me fucking squat every fucking week, deadlift every fucking week, do the same fucking thing all the time for the last 14 fucking years?
They want to watch.
But you know what I mean? It's like where everyone else is showing all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? It's like I fuck around box jumping. I do a bunch of shit, but like for the most part, I do the same shit all the time. Like I don't want to see that shit all the same. You know what I mean? It's like, so I don't fucking post shit because it's
if it's important, you should be doing it on a pretty regular basis.
Right. Yeah. So really, people try to go too far. Just like try to master your squat, and it doesn't even have to be barbells or whatever. Obviously, I prefer them, but
if you want to see more on that, you can go visit one of the kettle bar podcasts from back in the day.
But yeah, so it's like, just people just need to get out and frickin' move. You know what I mean? It's like, it's plain as simple.
Even if they just use their own body weight and nothing else.
Yeah. Look at gymnasts. They're the fucking freaks.
Look at Steinberg.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so, yeah. Dude, it comes down to eating. People need to stop eating like assholes. Like, it sucks. It sucks too, because a lot of shit is like tied to them mentally, and like they got like fucking like their emotions are tied to food way too much.
A lot of people don't even realize that either. They don't even understand.
I'm horrible.
How much their backstory creates all that stuff with them.
Oh yeah. Like, I'd be the worst fucking food critic. I'm like, this shit was great. That was great. This is awesome. Like, do you hate anything? But like, it's pretty hard to fuck up food for me. Like, I eat pretty bland. Like, I like the taste of fucking meat. I like the taste of bread. I don't need to like hide it in a bunch of sauces, different rubs and all that shit. Like, I eat plain. It's like,
I can't even think.
I do spice shit, but I mean, I like nothing. Like, I feel bad when people like spend time and make something like, how is that? I'm like, it's fucking good. Like, it's like, I'm like, don't, like, I get it. You want to make something good, but like, don't waste that time on me, because I don't have a refined palate. I don't really care to. To me, food is for like to sustain me.
As long as it's not too burnt or too rotten, you're good.
Yeah. It's like, well, I eat the food to give me fucking energy. I eat when I'm hungry. Like, I don't time out my meals. I miss meals sometimes. If I'm hungry, I want to eat. It's like, that's it. I eat like shit a lot. Like anybody, if there's pizza, I eat pizza, you know what I mean? But it's like I overeat a whole bunch. I do this and that. I mean, I have all my faults too. I could clean up my diet a hell of a lot better, but I don't need to, because I'm comfortable where I'm at. Keep my calories in check. So, makes it easy.
The way you eat isn't making you hate yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, over the holidays, I did gain like 8 fucking pounds. But I was eating like, no.
Were you lifting though?
Not as much as I should have been. But I mean, that has nothing to do. I was down to like half pies. Like,
oh, nice.
No, like I was eating like a fucking dick. Like, I was just whatever. I was like, fuck it. Because I was like, I finally was just, fuck it, I'll just make it through this. And I just fucking ate like it's the first time I've ever like really went after it like that.
So are you just getting older? Is that the Nick of the future?
Eating like that?
Sitting around just knocking out half pies?
No, here's the thing. So when the COVID shit hit and everything like that, fuck having to do shit. I just got, weirdly, I didn't have, like, I was busy as fuck all the time with random shit, trying to make money other places, do this and that. All you guys left. I didn't have training partner. I fucking wasn't training as many people. I gained some weight. I got fucking, dude, I got weak. You know what I mean? Like, I just missed a lot of workouts. I was staying that. So I was just already down on that, and then I finally started working out again right around the time the holidays kind of came.
Me and Tanner went through that same shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So then I was like,
as fuck
right,
so, yeah.
And I had kind of let my eating go, so I was like, well, fuck it, I'm planning on getting on it, so I'll just, But then there were times.
Live it up!
Yeah, it was like, there were times, and sitting at home even more, I was just like, fuck it. I just straight up said fuck. I was like, I'm getting after, So I did eat, like, man, there were some times that I was just like uncomfortable, and like, yeah, so.
It happens.
Right, and it was just plain in that. I was just like, I can do this.
It's nice to remind yourself too.
Oh yeah. How shitty
how
you feel.
How that feels compared to just eating chicken and rice and working out on a regular basis, drinking water. You know what I mean?
Right. So, that was the thing. It was
perspective.
Just
it's all about perspective.
Right. But I eat, like, I always have like dark chocolate or some kind of candy or chocolate like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have those things. You just can't make those the majority of your diet and like chill out. Maybe have one a day.
I think when most people like see you, they're like, "Oh, that guy's pretty fucking jacked" or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, probably even when you're doing all that shit,
yeah,
the average person still sees they're like, don't fucking look like that with my shirt on. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, my 8 pounds bumped me up to, like, 16% body fat or something like that. It was like...
So it's like, just doing the consistent thing, regular-ass workouts, regular-ass eating.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
gives you a lot of wiggle room.
And here's the thing. That's kind of what I was doing, was kind of like... I thought I would have gained more fucking weight. Like, I was kind of like, I'm going to fucking, like... I'm going to totally... Because, like, every year I kind of... Like, I eat cake, this and that, but, like, I never totally... So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to eat like some of these motherfuckers that just...
Like Jared Leto when he gained like 60 pounds or whatever.
Well, no, I was just thinking the average person. I'm thinking that, like, you know, because they complain going to the... I'm like, okay, it's whenever I'm like, oh man, I want another piece, but I'm not going to eat another piece like I do every year. I was like, I'm eating that motherfucker. I'm just going to see what'll fucking happen. And I really, like, it was like, so I was still being active and doing some workouts and stuff like that. So my metabolism's still up there pretty good. But yeah, I just wanted to see what... And it felt like shit, dude. Like you said, fuck them. Metamucil because the fucking shits weren't right. You know, it's like, and I just felt lethargic and shit like that, and you know. Yeah, but I only did that.
Shits aren't right for sure.
Right, but I only did that from like, a little bit before Halloween probably to, shit, not even Christmas, because by Thanksgiving I was already like, just even Christmas I didn't hit it that much. I just couldn't like eat like that. Like it, you know what I mean? It was like, fuck.
You get to a point like we were eating a lot of fast food, and it's like all the stuff that used to sound good doesn't even sound good anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even want it.
Yeah, the candy from Halloween to Thanksgiving, you know, by Christmas time, I think I only had one plate at dinner on Christmas and shit, like ham. You know, I was like, fuck, I'm good. I'm like still full from a month ago. You know, it's like...
So what else do we need to talk about before we wrap this up?
Shit, I don't care.
What's up with this? You trying to start a vlog or a podcast?
Oh, I just like
something.
I just like to run my mouth.
No plans on that.
I don't know how to do the shit. I mean, like I said, I didn't even know the difference between vlog and like I tried to get on YouTube.
Fuck it don't matter. We went on for like a year and a half of doing shit. We still argued about if it was a vlog or a podcast every fucking time.
But no, like I don't know how to like. Aside from like just going like this with my phone and posting it on YouTube is the only thing I think. But then it's like I can't just sit there and like I need a like. I don't know my words. Is it a protagonist? Is that what?
A catalyst?
A catalyst. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, or whatever. I need somebody like, fuck me, because here's the thing. I think people are stupid on social media and everything because I'm like, who the fuck cares what you think? Like, so why the fuck would I get on there and talk to nobody and just be like, right. You know, like you fucking idiot.
Hey,
you know, it's like, so that's my thing.
As somebody who talks to his phone all the time. Most of the time when I do it, I erase the video because I think the same thing.
No, just
fucking do it. Because, hey, all those times when people aren't seeing it, that's when you want to do it.
Well,
and
right.
Bad,
well, no.
So you could get better at it. So when people actually do want to see it, it's worth watching.
Yeah. No, so here,
I mean?
the main, you know, I can get over that shit too because I really don't care. Like, if you think I'm an idiot, I don't, you know, whatever. My daughter's giving me shit about going bald. I'm like, I don't care. I can't fucking see it.
It's back there. It's behind me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really focused on what's ahead of me.
Well, just, I mean, you listen to me fucking to the bald to here and there. Dude, I can't, like...
Nobody would have known if you had said anything.
No, I mean, like, I can't... I need, like, I need topics to talk about. Because, like, it'd be like, dude, I've been to a, I don't know, fucking shrink or whatever, counselor, you know, and they like sit there and like I'm like, I ain't saying shit. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know what you want to hear. Like, there's so many things going on.
If I tell this story, like, I'm narking on this.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more just like I'm like I got like, and then they just stare at you. I'm like, well, like, what do you want to know?
Are you
like,
on the clock now?
Yeah,
or
it's like
is it only when I'm talking?
That's why I ain't gonna pay for that shit. I'm like, yeah, ask me a question. I don't know, like, otherwise I'm just gonna be like, I'll probably just be like, so. What are you doing this weekend? Like, doing anything
I've never
cool,
been to a therapist. I don't even know.
I had a bunch of friends commit suicide when I was younger and had to go. That's why I'm just like, I need one that would ask me. You know what I mean? So that's where it's like, I'm fucking all over the place. So I don't know what I'd get on and say. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know if I put it on, do I put it on as a podcast, a vlog, or a fucking, you know, I don't even know where to post shit. So that's my main thing. I need shit to talk. If someone's like, hey, talk about this, I'm like, okay. What do you want, you know?
All right, so if there's something you want Nick to talk about, now's your chance. Tell him. Hit him up on social media. Tag him. Do some complicated shit so he has a hard time figuring out what you did.
Yeah. Well, just normally tag me, and it might it might confuse me.
That's what I mean.
Still haven't got the Facebook thing switched on the administrators and shit like that.
I don't know. I have no idea what's
Yeah, I don't either. I tried to get on my computer and all that shit, like instead of on here.
Like, I tried to add you as an admin, and it said there was an error doing it, and then I tried to add you again, and it said you already are an admin, or I don't know. But I didn't want to erase myself off of it.
Right, yeah.
And then have it be lost and nobody be able to get to it. So.
We'll get it figured out. No, you got to get this shit going more, though.
Yeah.
You get this shit going good, and then you can just make me your color commentator. I'll Google if something comes up that you guys got to figure out. Because that's about the only thing I can do with tech. So I can Google like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll probably still have to produce it.
There's no fucking
You'll
producing.
just be the Google guy.
That's what I mean. Color commentator. I mean, producing it, it'd be fucking, it'd be horrible.
Yeah.
You'd be like, how'd you miss that whole part? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'd have to get everything set up to where, like, all you would have to do is enter.
Oh, yeah. Well,
then I'd be seeing bat dicks on the screen.
Hold on. First of all, fuck you, because you're the one that erased a whole fucking podcast. We did like an hour fucking podcast.
Best, like our best podcast, like our most, like, insightful guest that we ever had.
Yeah, it's probably the most
podcast.
Professional one we
because
had done.
Like all the ones, it was just us
fucking around
guys in the gym talking, you know what I mean? But like this was a real guest that we had on. He said some cool shit. He shared his story. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So fuck you. Don't be acting like you're
See, I'm telling you, like you got to fuck up a whole bunch before you get to this point where like.
Yeah, we had plenty of those.
Look at this table. This table just makes things so official.
Yeah, it is.
People probably been hearing me smack it the whole episode, and they're like, "Shut the fuck up."
Well, the thing about being in the office and like someone coming to work out, it's like, ah, shit, you know?
Right.
Your weights banging in the back,
well,
Corey hitting his head on the fucking.
I want to get that guy on this podcast
fucking
too.
Bumping his head.
So
and
he
shit.
was our second offshoot podcast that we did. That one podcast. You remember that?
Oh shit, that's right.
We only did like one episode of it.
No, we did more than that. He was on, I think.
Oh no,
there
we
was
did.
like 2 or 3.
Yeah, we did. Because there's that one where I posted him like smacking himself with the mic.
He came that one time drunk because somebody's like bachelor party.
I think it was that same
Was it
time,
that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We only did a couple episodes of it.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah. Because then we couldn't get a hold of him after that.
We did one in the Float Spa office. Lobby.
I wasn't in there.
Oh no, maybe you weren't there. It was just me and him.
I know I was out of town.
You were there for a minute. I think you were part of that one.
Oh,
yeah, you were.
I can't remember.
Nobody's seen it. Yeah, and that was just one of those things.
Yeah.
I was just lined up in front of the camera.
Huh.
This is way better.
All crunched around, wires going everywhere, cheap little fucking headphones on.
Such a... You gotta do it. You gotta fuck up a whole bunch.
Dude, I thought that shit was fun.
Yeah.
Like, fucking just getting around and bullshitting, so, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to do more of that and try to get some of those guests and hopefully not delete
well, I
the
told
episodes.
you to do that shit years ago, and you're just finally fucking getting it.
Well, I got the spot. Like, this room's all sound treated. It's like, just...
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So.
I needed that protagonist, like you. I needed to build the table. That's my catalyst right there.
Oh, yeah. No, fuck yeah. We'll get it going. Advertise good. You people out there, share.
Share. Not the music artist either.
Fuck that. Share the fucking podcast. You get share in this shit?
If I had share as an episode, I wonder what we would talk about. Auto-tune.
Talk to her about fucking nutrition and shit like that.
Yeah, she's kind of ageless, huh?
Yeah, fuck.
She's like 80 and still looks like she's like.
Yeah, dude, still wearing G-strings and shit, like with a plump butt. Jeez.
Is it plastic surgery though?
Probably. I don't care.
On that note, Cher, hit this guy up.
Yeah. No, Cher's. I mean, you know, I can't quote exactly, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't like. I don't think she like drinks or does like. I think she's follows like some kind of like strict diet or like doesn't. You know, like I think she pays attention to what
has to. Like,
I know I read it somewhere. I'd have to look it up,
like,
but
she's getting up there and she doesn't look.
Yeah, but
at all.
Like I don't think she does drugs.
Plastic
like she
surgery
stayed
will
out
do
of trouble.
something,
Yeah,
but like she obviously
yeah,
good genetics and does shit right. Like,
yeah. And what is she? I don't even know what like her background is.
I have no idea. I'll have to ask her that when she's a guest on the podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
And get the whole backstory. Learn about Sonny Bono.
Pretty sure she's a gypsy.
That's cool.
Doesn't she have a song? I don't know.
Dude, I have no idea. You've been to a Cher concert, haven't you?
No, my parents like Cher a lot though. I do like. She's got some good shit.
I know she came to town. Like that was like.
Yeah.
A big
I got my
deal
parents
when she
Cher
came to
tickets.
town.
Yeah. It's like, but I do know some Cher stuff, and they're fans. That's why that's the thing. This stupid brain remembers weird, dumb shit I don't need to remember, and I'm pretty sure it's something. So, yeah.
All right, where can the people find you at? On Facebook, it's Primal Sioux Falls Gym.
There you go.
I think on Instagram, Primal SFSD.
Most of my shit I do. Most of my shit I do on Ryder 311.
Ryder 311.
There you go. Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah, I gotta be more active with that shit, but I just
be on the lookout for his YouTube channel. He's starting that soon. I'm gonna make him. And other than that, thanks for being on.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you guys
Thanks
for
for
watching.
having me.
Cool.